Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a few days since I made the last video on all the updates, and a lot has happened since then. I definitely slacked on getting some good footage. Let me just show you what they've done since I last filmed a video, which I believe was Monday was the last time I shot a video or last time I filmed a video. Today's Friday. They actually won't be here until next Thursday. Contractor's going away for a few days, but when he's back, we'll keep on chugging along and getting to the finish line before the cabinets get delivered and get installed, and keep going that way. So let me show you what has happened since you last saw a video. Like I said, I did want to show you before drywall went up. So drywall is now up. So let me show you what that looks like now. This is the wall where all the cabinets are gonna be on. Then on this side is our back wall. We're gonna be putting a window there, and then the glass sliding door over here. So we are gonna go with the glass sliding door. We are actually having trouble getting one. Not because they're out of stock, but we want a black one. Same with the windows. So we were originally going to use the windows that we already had that were in this space over here before and put them here. Obviously that one would stay, but since this is going to be an all black kitchen and the backsplash over here is going to be all black up until like about here, I think it would look out of place if these two windows here and here were white. It would be kind of like a reverse raccoon, and I don't know how that would look. So we are looking for windows that are black on the inside, but white on the outside. So we're having a little trouble with that. Same with this door over here. We are trying to get that same thing, black on the inside and then white on the outside. The other option would be to get black on the inside, black on the outside, and I think they do that for windows as well. If not, last option would be black on the inside, black on the outside, and maybe trying to paint the outside white. Right now, our siding is like this, I don't know, bluish, grayish color, and I don't know how good black will look on the outside, so we're trying to make that work. But what I wanted to show you was before the drywall went up. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to. I was slacking on video, and really what was happening was that by the time I was trying to shoot or by the time I was trying to film, there was very little light in here because there was no lighting fixtures, as you saw in some of the other videos, and it was very dark and it just wouldn't look good. I definitely could have bought some lighting up here and try to make that work, but I just figured I would wait till the next day and then they would do a little bit more. And then yesterday they really went in hard. And I'll show you what they did. One thing was, at the end of the day, they did all the drywall. I honestly didn't know they were gonna do drywall yesterday, so I thought I had some time to get that video shot to show you what the framing looked like behind the drywall that's there now. So let me show you over here. We have some some switches, some outlets. That'll be the fridge. This is going to be, we're gonna have this kind of pull out shelf cabinet thing here, so that will be in there in case we put something in that shelving unit or cabinet, whatever you want to call it, and be able to plug that in. Over here is going to be for our coffee maker. Also, it's going to be in a cabinet as well. This over here will be an outlet and a switch for over cabinet lighting, and hopefully under like the toe kick area cabinet lighting, which is like down here. I'm pointing like, and there's nothing here, but under like where your feet would be. I don't know if that makes any sense, but once it's done, I'll be able to show you guys. I think I'm gonna be using the Hue light strip, and you see it up there. That's the switch or the outlet. We're gonna be plugging that in, and then it's gonna be feeding through here. Still need to kind of figure out how that's gonna work with an actual switch. I am also gonna be getting the Hue remote, I think it is, but it's white, so it's gonna look kind of weird in this space. So I'm hoping to get a black switch, have it on all the time, I guess, to feed it power to there, and then use the Hue either app or, you know, asking our Amazon friend to turn the lights on. I believe it's HomeKit, so you can also ask Siri, and she'll be able to tell us or be able to light that up, as well as the app. So there's definitely different options. And if we can't get a switch here, we're gonna just put 2 outlets, and then I'll figure out where I'll put the remote to be able to light the cabinet lighting. That's gonna go up over, and then at the bottom of the cabinets. Over here is just another outlet. Same with this, another outlet. Microwave outlet is gonna be down there where you see that. Another outlet here, and then here we have a bank of switches. So you're gonna have 4 switches here that control the lights, one for the outside, one for the kitchen and dining room together, one for the foyer, which is over there, and then the living room. So let me get over here and kind of show you from this angle. So this will be the cutout for the sliding glass door, like I said earlier. This is obviously in the way. They went in on that, didn't they? So this is gonna be moved forward to about here, and it'll no longer be like in the wall, it's gonna be on the in the floor. And then over here, they're also gonna be moving this one to where the the island's gonna be, which is kind of marked off by this tape. So it starts over there, finishes over here, and it's that wide, 48 inches wide, I believe, 10 feet in length. So that duct is gonna go somewhere in here in the toe kick. Over here, we're gonna have an access panel, because this, behind this wall is where the full bath in the hallway is. So we do need, well, I don't know if we do need, but I think that it's very important to have an access panel in case, you know, we ever need to get behind and fix something, or there's a leak or something in that shower that's behind this wall. But here there's gonna be some cabinetry, you know, like I said before, this whole wall is just a wall of cabinets. So what we're hoping that can be done, you know, we're gonna cut a hole here, and then hopefully be able to cut a hole in the back of the cabinet to be able to access that if ever necessary. So come over here for this angle, and so all the lights, almost all the lights in this space are in. I think so far we have 11 up, and we still need 1 here, and then there are 2 in the hallway there. And these lights are smart 6-inch recessed LEDs from a company called OREiN or OREiN. I'll put the name on the screen here for you so you can check those out. I'll also link them down in the description below. They're actually very, very cool. They're cool, not cruel, cool. And they are right now at 5200 Kelvin, I believe, somewhere around there. But they go all the way from 2700 up to 6500 Kelvin. And they also are RGBWW, I think they call them. So you can do like 16 million different colors. It is app enabled. You can also use our friend over at Amazon, you know that one, and Siri, I believe. I'm not quite sure. I really haven't played too much with them. Most of these lights were installed yesterday, And then these 4 were actually installed the day prior, but I just put them, or I just connected them via the app last night. So I really haven't done too much. I just put them all in one group or one room called the living room, just to make it super easy. But I will be putting them by different, quote unquote rooms. I know this is one big room, but you kind of have, different rooms essentially. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one for the kitchen, which is gonna be kind of, this space here, one for the dining room, which will be that space there. And then lastly, we'll do one space, well, actually not lastly, one space for the living room here. And then the, this foyer hallway thing right here with these 2 lights when they go up. We're also gonna be putting some lights in the hallway, but you can't see. You can maybe see the steps going up there. 2 lights up in there as well. So these lights actually look really, really good. So far, the last 2 days, I've liked them. Obviously, we need a little bit more time to kind of get a good feel for them. But just, using them, powering them on, very responsive. They all came on. It was super easy to get the app. You get the app, you make an account. Once I was in the account, in the app, I was able to just press, I think, add accessory or something, or add device, and they all came up right away, and they all were registered within, I don't know, a few minutes or so. Super, super responsive, like I said, and I really am liking these lights. I'll probably end up putting these in all of our rooms. None of the rooms that we have recessed lighting. It's all the, I don't know what they call those switches, or those outlets where, you controls. So before, for instance, this was a switch here that controlled that outlet there. So that's pretty much what all the rooms are in this home. So we definitely want to move all of that to recessed lighting. So, and we're most likely going to be using these after doing extensive research. I think these were the ones that are like the best because they are the wafer style. Let me actually show you what one looks like. Right over here, that's the box. That's the name of the company. This is the unit here. So get that there for you. So you see they're that wafer style, super small, super thin. They just plug right in. They come with a transformer, and I guess these little guys hold it up in place. And right there, that's what we're rocking with for this particular light. Super thin, and it blends nicely with the wall. And then you can see the transformer right there. My contractor said, I'm pretty sure he said they were pretty easy to install, and he did like what they looked like and the placement of them as well. They do give off a lot of light. I was worried that there wouldn't be enough. I was thinking about going with, instead of 6 as you see in this room, going with 8, but he convinced me not to because he said it would just be too much. And I think...
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Sorry. And I think he's right. I mean, this is over here. We have 6 in that space there, and we are going to be putting one more there. So, sorry, 7. I wasn't counting this one over here, but 7. We're going to have one more in there. So it's going to look super, super nice. Super excited about this whole project. It's coming along nicely. We're gonna put 2 fans in this room as well because there was no fan, and during the summer, it was so stale in here. I didn't wanna have the AC on constantly. So when you shut that off, there was just no air movement at all. Obviously you could turn on the fan in the HVAC, but sometimes you need something like an overhead fan to really move that air, make it feel, even a couple degrees cooler is always nice. So one fan is gonna go here, the other one is gonna go here. Still gotta order that, but we finally picked the fans that we wanted to use. or we want to get. So we'll order those and get them in hopefully next week or so. When the contractor went up into the attic, he noticed that there really wasn't that much insulation in the attic, and this part of the house, this lower part of the split level, definitely gets a lot colder. You can definitely feel the difference in temperature from being here and then being up there. Obviously heat rises, but it's almost, I can't tell you exactly the difference in temperature because I haven't measured what's here compared to what's up there, but it's pretty noticeable. So hopefully sorry, that's not what I'm trying to say. Hopefully we will notice a difference now, because we did have him do some insulation up there. We did some blown in insulation, I believe it's what it's called. And you can see it, I think, let's see, right there is what they put up there. You can see some of it coming off right here. So they did that yesterday, and hopefully that'll help with keeping the temperature better regulated in this space. Downstairs, which under us and this floor is a huge crawl space, and it literally spans from that wall to that wall. This whole space is really is above the crawl space, which right now isn't insulated at all as well. The reason why is because over the summer, I think it was, we ended up having to put in a French drain system because there was water getting in, and we just didn't want to be dealing with that moisture, mold, whatever it is. So we got that fixed. And when they did it, they had to remove all of the insulation that was down there. A lot of it was wet, so was worthless. We're going to see what it's like with the new insulation in the attic, see if that helps, and we may or may not put insulation down in the crawl space. Probably will, but for now we're gonna kind of see how it feels and what the difference in temperature is, and hopefully it holds a lot better. I know I mentioned that the contractor will not be coming back until Thursday. Today is Friday, so he won't be back for almost a week, but he does have the drywall guy coming to finish. I guess he's done with the actual drywall, putting that up, but doing everything else, spackling and getting it ready for paint. So he'll be here today. So by tonight, I'm guessing he will be done with that part of the job. And that's it. We're going along smoothly. A couple of hiccups here and there, but nothing really that was like altering to the plan of the space here. The only thing that we're kind of stressing, maybe I wouldn't call it stressing, but kind of like are the doors and windows that we're gonna have to put in here. There is a 5 to 8 week lead time on those windows and doors, and because they're gonna be custom. So hopefully we can find a company that can get them done for us. Not as soon as possible, but what I mean to say is that we can get them ordered as soon as possible so they get working on those. We have a company coming out on Monday to give us quotes on different types of doors and windows. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're enjoying these types of videos, going through the home renovation process as I'm going through it and sharing my thoughts. Like I said, it's been different than what I thought it was gonna be. I was a lot more stressed in the beginning. I do work from home, and I'm home most of the time, so I figured it was gonna be a lot worse. There's been days for sure, but for the most part, it's been going well. Like, we started last Wednesday, and we are, going into week 3 technically, but because it started Wednesday, it was week 1. This past Wednesday, it's Friday. So I guess we've been going through this for about 2 weeks. I was talking to the contractor last night, And I asked him, how he feels about where he's at right now. And he's like, yeah, man, he's like, I'm pretty happy with what we've been able to do. He's like, I'm also happy that I'm at that point now where, I am going away, but I can still have people come in and keep working and doing stuff that I wouldn't be doing anyways. So he says we're at a good spot. February 3rd, I believe, is the day that the cabinets get delivered. Today is the 13th. So we have about, I think, 2 weeks and change, or 2 weeks from today, I believe, because it's the Friday, I'm not exactly sure, or 3 weeks, whatever it may be, for those cabinets to be delivered. Doesn't mean that they're gonna be installed that day. It just means that that's the day they're gonna be coming in. From what I know, we have to get the shipment in first and then call the installer to come out and install the cabinets. We are going through Home Depot using craft-made cabinets, and we're gonna have them install it. The reason why we're gonna use them to install it is because, at least the way I see it, is that all liability will be on Home Depot and their third-party installers and all that, and not on my contractor. So let's say a measurement is off or wrong or something. If my contractor were to do it, Home Depot might push that liability or that blame on my contractor. And I really don't want to be going back and forth. So I figured if we went straight with Home Depot and used whoever they use, they can, more or less figure that out without having to go with too much back and forth. So we are using them to install the cabinets as well as the countertop. And primarily because of those reasons, I guarantee you, well, I can't guarantee, but if my contractor would have installed them, probably would have been cheaper than going with Home Depot for both cabinets and countertop. But we just didn't want to have a headache later. So, we figured this would be the much cleaner and more streamlined way of doing it. I've got to show you this thing here. How cool is this? So it's like, a little tarp that protects or keeps dust out of that part of the home. But check this out, it has zippers on it, so you can come in and out as needed. And I'm gonna go out. Oh, I'm gonna go. So a little sneak peek as to what's happening down there. I'll make a video on that space at a different time to show you how it's been with that space down there. But I think this is pretty cool. I put the zippers in yesterday, so we've been kind of taking this thing up and down pretty much since he started. And it definitely helps out a lot with keeping that part of the house nice and clean and dust free. This thing over here has been awesome. This is it's called Neverist. I'll look up what that is, but essentially what it does, it sucks up the dust. You put it out a window or a door or whatever, and he's been using this window here, and it's just been throwing out all that dust outside, keeping this place as dust free as possible. So if you like this video, please do give it a nice thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Definitely helps out the channel. It definitely helps out the channel tremendously, immensely, amazingly. All the adjectives you want to throw in there definitely does help. So please do so. Any comments, questions, suggestions, anything at all, put them down in the comments below. I love hearing from you. Anything that I spoke about product-wise, I will be linking down below. And like always, just keep on living a modern lifestyle through technology. Peace.